Guys, this one's so juicy. I had to bother Steph on vacation. Hey, Steph, I made a video about Jessica Mulroney last night. Guess what happened?
Right.
Welcome, Popcorn Palace. I'm Andy Signore. And Steph, did you see this? Did you see this?
You've got some explaining to do.
So guys, yesterday, the other day, I don't know, I'm pre-banking a lot of this stuff because I'm going to be out there in LA with Steph. Guys, join us in LA on Saturday. We're going to be out in LA. Steph, I made this video while you were out about Jessica, and there was some Instagram post that was out that everyone thought was about her, but I didn't really care about that. I started looking into what actually happened between these two, and I was just heartbroken and so frustrated by the story, and no one seemed to report on the actual facts of the story. And you know me, I've been wrongfully canceled, and I've been out there, and I don't like when I see that and people get bullied. Well, I saw a person get bullied, and I saw Meghan seemingly just ghost her, so I made this video defending her, putting it out there. Guys, if you didn't watch that video, go watch the video. I did this, Steph, and then out of nowhere, yep, I saw this, that she was following me. And yeah, that was verified. It was really her account. And I was like, and then, yeah, she reached out. And Steph, I spoke to her last night for like an hour.
Hey, yeah, what the fuck out?
Now look, I've gotten her permission to share as much as this. Steph, you know I can't talk and tattle. I don't reveal private conversations, obviously, but I know this is a big deal. She's not really talked about this sort of stuff, and with good reason. She seems like a very nice person, and what happened to her? She was put through the mud. It's not right. And so she did give me something I am allowed to share, Steph. She did give me something, but she also said I can just sort of share the reason why she called. She was just very emotional, Steph. She was very, she said she was just very grateful, and she felt heard for the first time because of the way that all went down. If you don't know the story, I know you know it, Steph, but there was a height during Black Lives Matter. This bully of an Sasha Exeter, whatever her name was, this bully was using the movement to get her power and just stomp on Jessica so unfairly, in my opinion. And I just could tell this was really bad. And as I did my homework, Steph, I realized Jessica actually shared the receipts. Like, she dropped all the text messages to show that she wasn't out there trying to cause any trouble. It was Sasha, this influencer, did it. And I got very bothered by it. So I was defending Jessica, and I did it passionately, like I like to do, because I believe Jessica was wrongfully canceled. And I think it was really unfair what happened to her. And personally, I don't like how Meghan sort of ghosted her. Now, I'm not here to talk about Meghan or what she said. And she, obviously I can tell she doesn't want to get into the weeds of all that stuff, but she did get very emotional, and she gave me permission to acknowledge and thank and say, yes, thank you for doing that. Thank you for the video. And it really sort of took her back, because for all these years, Steph, no one's really had a voice for her in the media or anywhere in trying to get the truth out. And I think she was just so taken aback and surprised that she was finally hearing someone she didn't even know like come out to defend her and tell the truth about the story, what happened to her in that incidents with Black Lives Matter, that she was just completely taken aback and grateful. So Jessica, you're welcome. Thank you. It was very nice to talk to you. I will not share what we talked about as much as Steph asked me to. I will not, Steph. Well, not unless she's ever willing. That's the thing. Maybe someday I send her some love. Stop hating her, and that's the one thing I'm here to share, Steph. And I wanted to get your thoughts because I didn't really fully know something that she was pointing out that some of the comments in the video were against her because she allegedly bullied Charlotte. Do you know about this rumor, Steph?
Yeah. So this is, if I remember rightly, the dress fitting at the wedding.
Yes, and a lot of commenters. I looked myself because I didn't really look, and she made it clear, like, I don't look at the comments, but I did see this, and this is the one thing that really upsets me. It's just, she's like, it's just categorically false. Like, it couldn't have happened, and she wanted me to spread the word on this. For those of you who don't know this, and I saw a lot of you sort of, she sucks. She bullied a child. No. According to Jessica, complete nonsense and factually incorrect. And she gave me some information. I took a little just notes so I make sure I don't say anything out of turn. But, the gist of what I got from her was the fact that, no, not only did it not happen, but it couldn't have happened. She lives in Toronto. She showed up a week before. They never saw Charlotte until the night of the rehearsal. So there was no fittings with Charlotte. She wasn't engaged in any of that. And you know, the idea that she's really, you could just tell, Steph, I think she really is a nice, genuine person. And not only is she upset being labeled a racist falsely, but she's clearly upset being labeled that her child is bullying another child. She's like, as a mom, that's like the worst thing in the world. I would never want to do that to a child. She's like, it's just categorically false. It's just factually untrue. And so she said the girls had a wonderful time together. They were drawing with crayons and having fun. There was no bullying or moment that she was a part of that her daughter it's why am I going blank? Ivy and Charlotte were just coloring. There was no crying or bullying of any kind at any point. And it couldn't have happened. She showed up. She was in Toronto. She showed up for the week. She was in a hotel. She wasn't staying at the Palace. She wasn't there privy to these meetings, Steph. And that really, really bothered her. It was completely fabricated. Everybody there knows that Givenchy, the tailors or whatever, the place, they know factually didn't happen, couldn't happen. There were no joint fittings or opportunities for it to happen. So she really wanted me to help spread the word that that's not the case. She felt horrible reading those comments, and to this day still doesn't even really understand how on earth that came out, but it was nonsense. So there's one. There you go. You got an exclusive. Exclusive coming in from Jessica, trying to set the record straight that no, Charlotte was not bullied, and sending clearly love to Charlotte and all that. The kids had a blast. And so on, so on. So, look, that's it. I can't get into more. I'm not here to talk about Meghan. I'm not going to talk about Meghan. I respect my sources, and who knows if she talked about Meghan, Steph. I'm sure a lot of people want to know, and I told her we'd love to know, but I get why she's, pausing and doing these things, and I will respect that. And, Steph, you know how it goes, Steph. When we talk to sources, it stays in the vault. And so I'm only at liberty to explain to you guys what I was given permission to share with you guys. And I did at least get permission to show you. Yep, she reached out. Yep, we talked. And she did give me that to say. And she did want to reiterate and say just how thankful she was and how emotional seeing the video was that somebody finally heard her and was trying to help set the record straight. So happy to have done that for you, Jessica. You were wronged, in my opinion. I'm going to put the link to the article. Oh, it's in that video. If you want to learn more about why and you want to see what was thought, if you missed it, I'm going to make sure at the end of this video you go watch it again because this is an important one. Get the word out for Jessica. Start spreading the word. Let's show her some love. Steph, who knows? Maybe if we show her enough love, we'll get some more scoops. I don't know. What do you think?
Right now that Jessica reached out to you and had this conversation with you, whatever the hell was discussed, my goodness, would be a fly on the wall for that one. But for her to literally turn around and debunk this rumor and be like, literally, like in reality, it could not have happened at all because we weren't even there. I wasn't even there. It physically could not have happened. It's like, oh my goodness. It makes me wonder, actually, the other things that she could potentially debunk as well. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm still in shock about it, actually.
I did not expect that last night. I'll be honest.
For 2023, that's for sure.
We're getting the exclusives, but it's something we got. You got to be careful with the sugars and everything out there. I want to make sure, but no, we verified, and I could verify it through the Instagram because I knew it was her, so I was able to be like, okay, this is really her. So there you go. So guys, stay tuned. There's your exclusive. Yes, I've spoken to Jessica. I don't think a lot of people have spoken to Jessica, Steph. I think I'm now one of a few, and I'm honored. And Jessica, as I ought to the grave, obviously. I'm not implying she said anything bad, guys. But I'm a showman. I want to tease a little bit for the views, of course, Steph. But whatever was said is between her and I will say she seems like a very genuine, sweet person. I didn't sense any trying to use me to fix a story. None of that. Some people will just assume that. No, this felt like a genuine, emotional, thank you. I've been waiting for
Okay.
somebody out there to finally like hear this story. And I'm just so grateful you took some time to tell it because, you know, she's clearly moved on. I think she's, you know, she made it seems clear from her Instagram stuff. She's being successful in her own right now, doing her own stuff. But as someone who has been through something similar, you know, Steph, I can relate. There's always still a part of you that's like, now I'm always going to be this racist to some, even though I'm not. That woman, Sasha, who did that to her is just deplorable in my mind. Maybe she thought she had the right intentions, but she took it too far and she doesn't realize what she did. And that has ramifications forever. And so good on Jessica for reaching out and at least trusting and giving us this opportunity to help as a thank you to sort of get this out there. Happy to share more, Jessica. If you ever want to unload anything else, you have a home here on Popcorn Planet. We got your back. Steph, any other things or thoughts you want to add?
Just thank you to Jessica for reaching out, trusting Andy and the team, you know, us, for the information that you gave to Andy. You know, it's very, very kind of you. And yeah, if you ever need to reach out again to set the record straight on anything else, then by all means, contact us, let us know, and we'll deal with it in the right way with integrity and truth and honesty.
Amen. Because it's never about hating Meghan or anybody on this channel. I know a lot of my audience wants to do that. You guys do what you want. I'm always just trying to get to the truth. And yeah, I make fun of everybody, not just Meghan. I make fun of a lot of people on this channel, Steph. I make fun of myself, you, Lewis, all of us, but also a lot of celebrities. But it's fair game for all. And it's true. I like that we can actually have someone that hopefully can at least, if we're down a wrong path, can hopefully guide us to the right path. That's really what this should be about, not letting us go down and report that, you know, Charlotte was bullied, blah, blah, blah. No, it didn't happen. And I believe this one. I believe this, and she's made it clear. It's just factually impossible. So it didn't happen. There it is. Those of you who think that, I've hopefully have changed your mind. Jessica, thank you for reaching out. And please, guys, if you want to go support her, you know, show her some love, be nice, don't hound her, but also help spread the word. She's not a racist. This was ridiculous what happened to her. She dropped receipts, guys. She dropped the whole chat, and no one of you talked about it. All you should be ashamed of yourselves, if I'm being honest. Come on. Why didn't you check? Just because she was friends with Meghan or is whatever. But my point is, that's why you vilified her. No, everybody, whatever your thoughts on the royals, Meghan, doesn't matter. This woman was wronged. It wasn't right what happened. This woman was bullied off of everything. And kudos for her for now getting back up, doing what she's doing, and happy to spread the word. So, Steph, there we go. Big exclusive things happening here. We got so much more coming. You're not going to miss it. Subscribe to Steph the Alter Nerd. She's the best. You can trust her too, Jessica. Hit the subscribe button here. Hit the bell for all alerts. Smash that like button and leave a comment down below. Leave a comment. How bad do you wish you were a fly on that wall in that conversation? Tell us down below. Steph's like, oh my God, me. Maybe it was boring. No, it's pretty good. She just seems like a really nice person, and good for her. And wasn't shit talking to anybody. Full honesty. She's a good person. I'm glad I'm able to help get the truth out for her. That was really what it was about. So thank you, Jessica, for real. And man, I'd love to learn some more. So if you're ever ready, you drop us a line here. Thank you guys so much for watching. You never know what you're gonna get here on Popcorn Palace.